Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're taking meal prep, which, let's be honest, can feel like a totally daunting chore, and flipping it into an easy, money-saving weekly habit. If you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by the very idea of cooking a healthy dinner from scratch every single night, well, you are in exactly the right place.
We've all been there, right? You get home, it's 6 p.m., and you're just staring blankly into the fridge. You're exhausted from the day, and you're wondering what on earth is for dinner. This nightly dinner dilemma is a massive source of stress. It creates real decision fatigue, and honestly, it's usually the exact moment we throw our hands up and just order expensive takeout. But hey, it really doesn't have to be this way.
So, here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the meal prep lifesaver, dive into containers and grocery shopping, look at batch cooking and recipes, go over how to avoid common prep mistakes, and finally, walk through a simple, one-day menu.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the meal prep lifesaver.
Before we even step foot in the kitchen, we really need to talk about the why. The benefits of dedicating just a few hours on a Sunday, they touch almost every single part of your daily life. First off, pre-portioned containers naturally enforce automatic portion control. It aligns perfectly with your health goals with literally zero guesswork. Plus, it drastically saves you money by cutting out those sneaky delivery fees. And having a solid plan, it completely stops those hungry impulse buys at the store. By knowing exactly what you're going to eat, you eliminate decision fatigue and you significantly cut down on both the guilt and the cost of daily food waste. It's a win-win.
Moving right along to Section 2, containers and grocery shopping.
Now, let's get into the actual setup phase, because keeping things incredibly simple is the absolute key to making this a habit that actually sticks. Let's walk through the foundational basics. Step 1, invest in some eco-friendly glass containers. Glass is vastly superior here. It's totally microwave safe, and unlike plastic, it won't hold on to those stubborn food odors. Step 2, and pay attention because this is where a lot of beginners trip up. Plan a menu of only 2 to 3 main dishes. Seriously, please do not try to cook 5 different elaborate meals at once. Keep the mental load light. And step 3, write a sectioned grocery list. Organize it by produce, protein, and pantry items to make your time at the store hyper-efficient.
And you know, this setup strategy is also the big secret to saving serious cash. Buying long-lasting pantry staples, things like grains, beans, and frozen veggies in bulk, it significantly lowers your overall grocery bill. It drives down those base costs, and because you're prepping with a clear plan, you ensure you actually use everything you buy. No more letting half-empty bags of rice languish in the back of your cupboards.
Okay, let's dive into Section 3, batch cooking and recipes.
This is where it gets really fun. Let's use batch cooking to completely crush that mealtime boredom that usually derails healthy eating. Think of the formula grain bowl kind of like a capsule wardrobe. Just like a good closet, you prep reliable basics that can be mixed and matched. So you have a base like fluffy quinoa, you add a protein, maybe baked tofu, then your veggies. Roasted broccoli is great. But the real magic? That happens in the flavor column. By keeping your sauces stored separately, you can combine these exact same prepped basics into entirely new meals. So one day it's a tahini lemon bowl, and the next day it's a wrap with spicy peanut sauce.
The absolutely crucial point here is embracing extreme efficiency for those crazy busy nights. And sheet pan meals are literally perfect for this. Take this salmon and veggies recipe. You simply toss some salmon fillets, asparagus, and cherry tomatoes onto one single pan. Season it up and roast it at 400 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. Boom. You get a meal incredibly rich in omega-3s with virtually zero prep time, and cleanup is as easy as washing one pan.
Now let's address the elephant in the room, the dreaded soggy salad. Nobody wants that. To avoid it, we use the mason jar magic technique, and the order of operations here is everything. Step 1, the dressing goes at the very bottom. Step 2, add hearty vegetables like carrots or cucumbers that won't absorb that liquid. Step 3, layer in your beans or grains. Step 4, add your proteins. And step 5, your leafy greens go at the very top. Because your greens never actually touch the liquid dressing until you shake the whole jar into a bowl at lunchtime. They stay perfectly, wonderfully crisp for days.
And hey, we definitely can't forget breakfast. Mornings are usually chaotic, so having a batch-cooked grab-and-go breakfast waiting for you in the fridge, absolute game changer. For overnight oats, you just mix a half cup of oats, some almond milk, chia seeds, and a little drizzle of honey right in the jar. If you whip up 3 or 4 of these at once, they'll last up to 5 days. You just grab one, maybe toss in some fresh berries, and you are out the door.
Moving on to Section 4, avoiding common prep mistakes.
Let's navigate around the common pitfalls that cause a lot of beginners to get frustrated and just throw in the towel. Keep these golden rules in mind. First, don't over-prep watery veggies like zucchini days in advance, or they will literally turn to mush. Just chop those fresh. Second, food safety is absolutely key. Cooked meals only last about 3 to 4 days in the fridge, so if you're prepping for the whole week, you really must freeze those meals intended for days 5 through 7. Also, when you're ready to eat, try reheating your grain bowls on the stove instead of the microwave to prevent soggy textures. And finally, if you absolutely despise leftovers, try what's called component prep. You basically wash, chop, and marinate everything in advance, but you don't actually cook anything until the night of. It's the perfect strategy for fresh, incredibly fast food.
And that brings us to Section 5. A simple one-day menu.
Let's see how this all comes together chronologically. Here's what a successful, totally stress-free, and healthy daily timeline actually looks like in practice. Morning hits, and you effortlessly grab your chia seed overnight oats. Midday rolls around, and you're enjoying a perfectly crisp mason jar salad with chickpeas and feta. In the afternoon, you don't even look at the vending machine because you already have pre-proportioned almonds and an apple ready to go. And in the evening, you get to enjoy a highly nutritious sheet pan salmon with roasted sweet potatoes. It's seamless. The hard work was already done on Sunday.
So, are you ready to finally conquer that 6 p.m. dinner dilemma and reclaim your evenings? Remember, mastering meal prep is a journey, not a race. Start small, invest in some quality containers, and most importantly, enjoy the whole foods you actually like eating. You are going to watch your peace of mind grow as you build this habit. I'll leave you with this final thought. What incredible things could you accomplish this week with all the extra time, money, and mental energy you'll save by simply knowing exactly what's for dinner?